Hey, Reed, Ben America's Baseball Camp, just touching base in regards to looking at the mechanics of your swing from the camp. Thanks for coming to camp, and look forward to having you have a great season, and just going to draw some lines on your swing and give some feedback here, a little bit of some things I see, so let's get started here. One thing I do see in regards to your stance, everything looks pretty good in regards to our start. You'll notice here that the knees are bent, the feet are past our shoulders, which is good. Your eyes are on the baseball. Your hands are in a decent spot for your mechanics. So all in all, your stance, you have good posture. You're nice and tall. Your eyes are on the baseball. So all in all, in regards to your stance, looks pretty good here. As we go into our swing, let's look at a couple things mechanically that I see. One of the big ones, a couple things, is our hands. You'll notice how we start at this level with our eyes here, and I'm going to leave that line there here. And as we zoom in a little closer, as I go to swing, you can see how those levels kind of change a little bit. So you kind of come down, and then you kind of come back up to that line. The lowest part of your swing, you can see your eyes are almost a foot lower, and then by the time you're rotating, as you're rotating, your eyes come back up to where you started. So something to be really cautious of those eyes, making sure that they start and finish at the same time. You can see those eyes coming down, and then they go back up. So just something to be aware of in regards to your swing there, to make sure your mechanics stay consistent. The other thing, too, is as you go with your swing, your hands are kind of all over the place, meaning they start high, they go back down low, to try to keep them kind of consistently in one spot. They kind of start, I think that's the lowest part of our swing. And if I back it up here, you can see where your hands start. They start here. As hitters start, you should start here, and then anything they should go back and away. So at your launch position, they should get to about here. But you'll see that your hands really drop down, and that's going to be balls that are kind of in the strike zone. You're going to have to really work down, and this kind of gets steep with this bad angle. So at this point of your swing, make sure your hands stay nice and high, and your bat angle kind of turns this way a little bit. So as I go into my swing, you get in closer to back up there, but it's just a lot of movement for your hands to do to stay consistent. Now contact looks pretty good in regards to looking from our ground up. You have good posture. That back leg has a nice turn to it. You are a little bit open on that front side. Let's go ahead and back it up here. Let's watch that front foot. When you land, you do land a little bit open. You can see on that front foot, this land foot here is pretty wide open. At that point of your swing, you want that to be a little bit more closed to hit what's called against a firm front side. So make sure that this heel right now should actually be facing the dugout over here. And right now, your heel is facing over here where I want it to face on that green line. So that's going to help you keep that front side closed, because right now this front foot is pointing more almost at the pitcher, and that's going to take a lot of power away and open up this front hip and be a lot of arms when I swing. So just something to be cautious of when I swing. You have a nice bat angle here, nice and smooth, going down. Bat path. Make sure a little bit straight on this bottom arm right here. You can see this is a little bit locked out, and at this point of your swing, you want to have a little bit more of a bend in there, and just something to be cautious of to not cast. But looks pretty good in regards to at that contact point. So let's go into the next swing here to take a peek at here, and we'll do the same thing. Break it down. Make sure that back foot stays nice and in. You can see how when we go to that stride, see that front foot really open up. So this is a big one for you, is just working on that front hip and keeping that front side closed. You can really see that foot on that landing foot really opens you up. Make sure that hand, you can see your hands start high, come back down, and then come back up. And again, on this swing, you can see this bottom arm is locking on you already. That's really important to, at this point of your swing, to have this thing bent like that to have a little bit of an arc and an angle, so you're not going to be casting to the ball. And those are the biggest things that I see, because at contact you're in pretty good shape, a little bit open with that front foot. So let's see how you do on your finish on this one. Finish is really good, so I think the biggest thing is just keeping that front side closed, watching the levels. Don't have that hitch. Don't start your hands up high and then come back down low, and don't lock out that bottom hand. So do a lot of tee work and watch this video a bunch of times to keep working on your stuff. And we wish you a great season, and hope to see you back at camp real soon.